The doctor will see you now.
So you're looking for a great card game? Well, I've got just the thing for you.
Today's prescription is called Back Alley. And the learning level for this game is complex. And what you will need to play this game is a deck of cards. And this game requires 4 players. Step 1. Pick a teammate and sit across from them. Step 2. Add 2 jokers to the deck, writing big on one and small on the other. Also draw a rabbit on the 3 of diamonds. This card is known as Snowflake. Step 3. Shuffle all the cards including the jokers. And for the first round, deal out 13 cards to every player. Please note that this game consists of 26 rounds total. Round 1 you will deal 13 cards, round 2 is 12, round 3 is 11, and so on until you deal out 1 card to each player. After finishing the round with 1 card dealt, work your way back up by dealing 1 card to every player, then 2 cards, then 3, until you reach 13 cards to every player again. Step 4. Revealing this round's trump card. After dealing out all the cards, flip over the top card of the leftover pile to reveal the trump card. For this round, the trump is hearts. Place the leftover pile off to the side, keeping the trump card revealed so all players can see.
Wait, what's a trump card?
It is a suit that is worth more in value, and I will explain more when the time comes. Step 5. Organize your cards by suits. The big and small cards are trump cards, and should be grouped together with the other trump cards. Remember, for this round, trump is hearts. Step 6. Bidding. We are going to skip this step for now and come back to it later. The person who bids for the most tricks will be the player that gets to lay down a card first.
Oh wait, I'm confused. I don't even understand what bidding the most means or what a trick means.
Of course. I'm teaching you this way for now so that it'll be easier to understand. And later I'll explain how to bid. But for now, let me teach you how to obtain a trick.
Step 7. Scoring a trick. Let's just say, for learning reasons, that the player to the left of the dealer bid for the most tricks. Then they will get to put down a card first. The higher the better. But an important rule, they are not allowed to play any trump card until trump is broken. I'll explain what breaking trump means later. So for now they decide to play an ace of clubs. Now everyone must follow suit, which means they have to play a club as well. The person that wins with the highest card on the table will score the trick for their team. And for terminology's sake, this right here is called a trick. Now they will get to go again by placing another card of their choice. Anything except from the trump cards.
Oh, and what if I have a card that's higher than the card on the table?
Play it if it means beating the other team. But if your teammate currently has the highest card on the table, simply throw down a smaller card. Save your bigger cards for trying to score your team some additional tricks.
And what if I don't have a card that's higher than the card on the table?
Then get rid of one of your lowest cards from the same suit.
And what if I don't have any cards of the same suit?
That leads to step 8, breaking trump. You will have 2 options. Option 1 is to play a trump card. This is called breaking trump that I mentioned earlier. Now you are currently playing the highest card on the table because trump will be any other suit. Option 2 is to throw away a card from a different suit, preferably one that is low. The Queen of Clubs wins because it is the highest card on the table. A 6 of diamonds is not a trump card, so it doesn't do anything. And the trick stays with your team. Here's a helpful tip. If your partner currently has the highest card on the table, don't trump them. It is best to throw away a card. But this is our strategy. You can play any way you want, even trumping them. Step 9. Learning how to play the big card, the small card, snowflake, and running the hand. Once trump is broken, you can now lead with any trump card if you wish. The big card. This is the highest and most powerful card in the game, and you can play it after trump is broken. If you lay down the big card first, then everyone at the table has to play their highest trump card. However, if a different suit is led, and then the big card is played, everyone after that does not have to play a trump card. They have to follow suit first, and if they cannot follow suit, they have to throw away a card. The small card. This is the second highest card in the game, and if you play the small card first, then everyone must play a trump card. But it does not have to be the highest card of their trumps. They can choose to get rid of a small trump card if they wish. And if a different suit is led, and the small is played, then everyone after that does not have to play a trump card as well. They have to either follow suit, or throw away a card if they cannot follow suit.
What if the other team is winning with a trump card and I can't follow suit?
Glad you asked. Let's use this example. Currently the trump cards are spades, and right now your partner is winning with the king of hearts. Unfortunately, he was trumped by the other person, and you don't have a heart to play, so what you can do is now play another trump. That beats the opposing team. And now you scored a trick for your team. Snowflake is a card that we added for fun in our household, and she is used for bonus points, so she is not a part of the official back alley rules. So it's up to you if you want to play with her or not. She is not a wild card, she is simply the 3 of diamonds. She only becomes a wild when diamonds are trump. She is worth 5 points to start and increases by 5 points with each additional round. Eventually she will be worth 65 points toward the middle of the game. She decreases by 5 points during the second half of the game. Another important thing to know about Snowflake is that she is always going to be bonus points. She is never negative. So let's say you go set and go negative 50, and she happens to be worth 35, you really went negative 15 instead. Let's say that you got positive 50, and she's worth 35 points, you will get positive 85 points. To get bonus points, she must be scored within the trick. The best time to play her is when your partner has the highest card on the table.
Do I have to play a snowflake if I don't have any other diamonds?
Unfortunately you do, because you have to follow suit. And now you just gave bonus points to the other team. Running the hand. Sometimes you will get a fantastic hand full of trumps and high cards, and sometimes you will get so confident that you think you can take every trick. You can announce during bidding that you will run the hand. The other team does have the opportunity to still bid if they choose. Now the player must obtain all the tricks. The player that announces they will run the hand will lay down first. And because they said they will run the hand, they can start with the trump card. If they do, they get double the bonus points. So if they run the hand with 5 tricks, and they get all 5 tricks, they get 50 points, and double that, scoring them 100 points for the round. However, if they don't obtain all the tricks, they go set. Now they will lose a total of 100 points. Step 10. Scoring.
Wait, stop right there. Before we tally up the score, let's jump back a couple steps.
Step 6. Bidding. This process should be done before you start trying to obtain any tricks. Look at your hand and determine how many tricks you think you can score for the round. The higher the cards, the stronger the possibility. You can bid as many as you want, but know that for the first round there are only 13 possible tricks to score. If you don't feel confident, you could always bid 0. An important part of the bidding process is that you're not allowed to communicate with your partner. The only thing you're allowed to communicate is how many tricks you think you're going to get. Go around the table with each player placing their bid. The player to the left of the dealer will bid first. So let's say for this round that you bid 4, and the next player will place their bid, and your partner bids 3. Then the last player will place their bid. Together, you and your partner must obtain 7 tricks. The player that bids the most tricks first will have control of the game, and will get to play whatever card that they want first. Now let's fast forward to the rest of the steps in the game. Step 10. Scoring.
What happens if my partner and I got more tricks than we bid on?
Each additional trick you did not bid on but achieved will be worth 1 point. So if you bid 7 tricks and you got 9, you get a total of 72 points, because each trick you bid on is worth 10 points, and each additional trick is worth 1.
What happens if my partner and I don't get all the tricks we bid on?
You just went set, and that's bad. So if you bid 7 tricks and got less than that, you just went negative 70 points. Again, you multiply the tricks by 10 that you attempted to get, and subtract that from your score. Now that the round is over, gather the cards and rotate the dealer to the person to the left of the original dealer. They will then shuffle all the cards, and instead of passing out 13, they will now pass out 12. Remember, each round will require 1 less card dealt.
Who wins the game?
The team with the highest score after 26 rounds will win the game.
What happens to the losing team?
Sounds like you want the stronger dose. Make the losing team do a consequence.
We usually punish the players that end up going set for a round. And we also punish the players that have overall lost the game. Those that win Snowflake also get to assign a drink. Let's quickly recap the rules. Step 1. Pick a teammate and sit across from them. Step 2. The dealer will shuffle, then distribute 13 cards for the first round. Step 3. Reveal what the trump card is for this round. Step 4. Organize your cards by suits. Remember that big and small are considered trump cards, so for this round they are considered spades. Step 5. Bidding. The player to the left of the dealer will bid first. The first player bids 5. You are unsure, so you might just bid 3. The next player will bid 3. And your teammate will bid 2. So now you have to get 5 tricks total. And the white team has to get 8. Step 6. The player that bid the most first will get to play first. In this case, it is a player to your right. Now every other player must follow suit, so that means if you have a heart, you have to play it. The trick goes to the white team, and since the player to your right won the trick, they get to play the next card. And now the white team has just scored Snowflake because ace is the highest card on the table. The extra bonus points go to the white team. Now that you have no more hearts to play, you are allowed to trumpet, and remember that spades are trump. Currently you are in the lead while everybody else still has to follow suit. Since you won with the trump card, now it is your turn to lay down a card. The player to your right doesn't have any diamonds, so now they trumped your card. Now it is their turn. They are leading with a big. This is bad news for you. Now you have to get rid of your highest trump card, and so does everyone else at the table. And now they are leading with their small card, which is more bad news for you. However, you don't have to play your highest trump card. You can simply play one of your lowest, but you do have to play a trump. Your teammate just won the trick beating the queen of clubs with his king of clubs. Now the trick goes back to you and your teammate gets to lay down. Your teammate just got trumps, and you have trumps, but unfortunately you can't play them because you have to follow suit. No hearts? You can trumpet. The player to your left plays a diamond because they don't have a heart and they cannot beat your trump, so they are simply throwing away a card. You play a diamond and the player to your left now beat your card. Luckily, your teammate just trumped them, so now the point goes back to your team, and congratulations, you have successfully gotten all 5 tricks. You are now going positive. The white team still needs 2 more tricks, and if they don't get it, they are going to go set. And right now, you just got 1 more trick, which means that the white team cannot get the next 2 cards, because there's only 1 card left to play. So they just went set. Step 7. Scoring. The red team thought they could get 8 tricks, but they only ended up getting 7, so they just went negative 80 points. But with Snowflake, that is positive 5, so they got a total of negative 75. Your team got 6 tricks instead of 5, so you got 51 points. Step 8. Rotate the dealer to the left, gather up all the cards, shuffle, and then distribute 12 cards to every player, getting ready for round 2.
If you like what you see, subscribe to our YouTube channel for more games. And as usual, while you're in the waiting room, why don't you try reading my book, Chasing the Fallen Angel. So until I see you next time, play safely. And that's what the doctor ordered.